numerals and letters, and gold trim. And Goose, you were talking about the Kentucky bigs needing to play big. Vandy's going to go a little bigger here with the miles out, so they're perhaps sensing the disadvantage they have in terms of the size and trying to counter Kentucky that way. So big game for Malachi, for Yelovich, and whatever they can get from Diabate on the glass.
Well, and listen, I'm going to throw Owe in there also as a big, okay? Just simply because Kentucky is at their best when Owe is taking the ball to the basket, and what he might be able to do is force Vandy to get a player or two in foul trouble when they come over to help. So, and Mo Diabate is a big with the way he plays. So I'm talking team-wise, you have to dominate the painted area. Good opportunity for Kentucky to do that here.
All three of those games that Vanderbilt lost recently, they were out-rebounded by double digits.
Yeah, and I'm going to mention Brandon Garrison also. I'm not sure if you mentioned his name or not.
But yeah, he should be in the
Brandon's got to make his presence felt in the paint. I mean, come on. He's got to be big. He's got to be active on the offensive glass. They need his rebounding on both ends of the floor, but he has that ability as well.
Game's just gone final in Norman, Oklahoma. Kentucky's next opponent, Arkansas, comes from double digits down in the second half to win at Oklahoma, 83-79. And Michigan on its home court came from behind to hand Nebraska its first loss of the season, 75-72. So there's one less undefeated team in college basketball. From our vantage point, which is opposite the TV crew, so this will look just the opposite if you're synced up with us, but Kentucky will be going from right to left to start this game. As they have a raised court here, so some of the fans and broadcasters are below court level, and the end zone sections are at court level. It has the feel of an auditorium here where you might go to see, where Mark Pope and Leanne might go to see Hamilton instead of a basketball game. But this could be a really good basketball game tonight.
Yes, I think it's going to be a good one.
Vanderbilt and Kentucky are meeting for, get the light on this as they got the lights down, the 209th time. There it is, 158 wins for the Cats, 50 for the Commodores. Here in Nashville, Kentucky has the lead, 52-24. Moreno in the center circle, opposite Washington. Officials waiting for the go sign. And here's Owen Short moving in between the two big men on the V Vandy logo. It's controlled by Kentucky. Comes to Aberdeen in backcourt. He's picked up by Tanner as he comes across the line. Gives it to Moreno. Hands it off on the left side to Owe. Moves it over to the right. Feeds down low to Moreno. One bounce. Gathers himself. Goes up and gets the shot blocked. And it's taken off by McLaughlin of Vanderbilt, which got very physical down low there with Moreno. Here's Tanner blowing down the lane. Gets to the rim. Banked it up and in. Just over the outstretched hand of Moreno, and Vandy's on the board first.
Boy, he is so quick coming off of that screen.
And if he can turn the corner and get downhill, he explodes like he did there. Chandler on the right side. Dribbles it out front. Overhead pass to his right to Owe. Feeds it into Yelovich on the right baseline. He comes into the paint. Gets bumped. Fall away 6-footer. Comes off no good. Rebounded by Vanderbilt's McLaughlin. Commodores running it. Long pass to Okereke up in front court. Drives and scores at the other end.
That's that transition I'm talking about, Tom. They look up the floor every rebound.
Aberdeen out deep on the left side. Owe comes to get it, middle of the floor. Owe driving to his left. Guarded by the taller Okereke. Fall away jumper. No good off the right elbow. And it's rebounded again by McLaughlin. Kentucky 0 for 3. Tanner jogs it down the left side. Comes off the screen. Floats over to his right. Gets an open look for a three. No good. Rebound Chandler. Outlet pass to Owe. Sprinting up the right side of the floor. Slows it up as he comes into front court. Feeds it down to Moreno. Pass across court to Aberdeen in the left corner. Pass was low, so he couldn't get the shot up in the air before the closeout came. Out to Chandler. Deep three. No good. And rebounded by Vanderbilt.
But no offensive rebounds yet.
Tanner up the left side, gives it to McLaughlin, right back to Tanner. Goes left, feeds McLaughlin on the pick and roll, down the lane, banks it up, no good. Rebounded, put up, blocked by Moreno, who takes it out of the air, throws it out to Chandler coming up the left side. Nice defensive play by the freshman. Chandler gets into the lane, cut off, gives it behind him to Aberdeen. He comes down in the lane with a runner that comes up short, rebounded by Washington. Outlet to Nickel, coming into front court, and he is bumped and fouled by Chandler. First foul of the game.
Boy, this is one and done. Every time down for Kentucky. Can't seem to get a hand on an offensive rebound.
4-0 Vanderbilt, a little over 2 minutes in, and I'm going to get Mike James, a 6'5 junior, in. And so Washington, who started, goes out, and this puts them back with 3 perimeter players now, which is their typical look when they have Duke Miles. They've got 2 of their backcourt players out. Frankie Collins, who was the third guard, has been out for a while with an injury. They expect him back at the end of the month. Later this week.
Diabate did come in the game, though, so maybe he can get an offensive rebound.
He's in for Yelovich. Tanner feeds it to McLaughlin, left of the lane. Shovel pass is deflected and stolen by Owe. Quick hands of Owe as he brings it up the left side of the floor, puts it between his legs, picks up his dribble, floats a pass across court to Chandler. Chandler goes baseline right, pull up 15-footer, bounces off, no good, tapped up by Owe, or by Diabate. Couldn't get it to go. Vanderbilt's got it going the other way. Tanner races up the left side. Angles into the middle, backs out, hooks it over his left shoulder to Nickel. Quick closeout from Chandler to McLaughlin in the left corner. He'll shoot the 3 ball, but doesn't hit many of them. He walks it out front, hands it to Nickel. He'll let it fly. Does. Good off the left wing. Chandler got hung up on the screen, left Nickel open. His 70th three-point basket.
He just cannot afford to go under the screen with this Vanderbilt team. Got to fight over.
7-0 Commodores as Aberdeen comes across the line for Kentucky. Mounting that left-hand dribble, throws it to Owe in the corner left side. Owe holding the ball down at his waist, goes to the baseline, dumps it off to Moreno, back to Owe. Owe comes into the paint, gets bumped by Okereke, loses the ball. It's rescued by Diabate to Aberdeen. No good out of the right corner. Moreno taps the ball, and a foul is called against Vanderbilt as not Moreno, but Diabate was fighting for that rebound. Well, it's on Okereke.
Mo has made a play on every rebound since coming into the game. There are going to be some there for Kentucky. Just need one shot to fall.
Okereke goes out, and Chandler Bing, 6'6 freshman, checks in. Aberdeen on the right baseline. Aberdeen plays it into Moreno, hands it back to Aberdeen in the right corner. He gets into the lane, gets to the rim, missed the shot, but he got fouled. Boy, he got right to the rim, and it just came off the back of the iron and wouldn't go. It's on Tanner. Second foul on Vanderbilt, first on Tanner.
Well, I like the energy that Kentucky is playing with, but, boy, you just got to find a way to get one shot to go down, and hopefully that will ignite everybody in those blue jerseys.
Aberdeen at the line, 2 shots. First one's in and out, no good. Since SEC play started, he was 32 of 36 at the line before that miss. 82% on the season. One more shot. Missed them both. Rebounded by McLaughlin. Knocked out of bounds from behind by Diabate Vandy Ball.
Wow.
So, 16:31 to play in the first half. Vandy still pitching a shutout as Kentucky gets a little pressure into backcourt. James comes up to the midcourt line, throws it to Tanner. Ahead into front court to McLaughlin, back to Tanner out deep on the right side. Tanner guarded by Aberdeen. Feeds it down low to Bing. Lost the ball, saves it in, and it's dug out by Kentucky's Colin Chandler. Racing up the middle of the floor. Goes for the rim, loses the ball. Touch pass out to the corner, but Chandler got fouled by James as he was going to try to go for the basket. When he got bumped, he lost control of the ball. And
they're going to give him 2. They're going to give him 2. I mean, they committed the foul when he was actually in the act of shooting.
When he got bumped is why he had to gather himself and throw it out to the corner. So Chandler will go to the line to shoot 2. First foul on James. That's 3 on Vanderbilt. Chandler's first one.
That's short.
Is bouncing in. It was short.
Man.
He hit the front of the rim and just kind of on the 1-2 of the basketball seemed to like crawl into the basket.
Thank goodness he had that forward motion on that thing to get it to go over the rim.
Second one is perfect.
Wow.
7-2 Vanderbilt.
Little full-court action by Kentucky just to kind of get them to slow down just a little.
Tanner walks it across the line. They double him on the middle ball screen. He bounces it to the corner to Nickel. Quick threes in the air. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Moreno. Outlet to Owe, coming up the right side of the floor. Owe jogs it into front court. Comes into the middle, puts it between his legs, goes back to his right, goes to the rim, flips it up, couldn't get it to go. Diabate with a rebound, one bounce, he throws it out to Aberdeen. Aberdeen penetrates to Owe, left corner, three ball, rims out, no good, and Vanderbilt rebounds it. Washington's back in the game. Behind the defense, James makes the catch, missed the shot though. His teammate Bing kind of ran into him. A break for Kentucky. Here's Aberdeen down the lane for the dunk.
That's a way to get him to go down. It's dunking in, man.
Kentucky getting out in transition, and Owe with the quick feed to the trailing Aberdeen to come down the middle of the lane and flush it down with two hands. Washington for three. In and out, no good. Rebound, Diabate. Did a great job on the glass. Up to Chandler. Chandler angles into the paint, throws it away, trying to kick it out on the wing. Tanner with a steal. Tanner drives it into front court, shovel pass to Nickel, layup, good.
Little out of control, Colin Chandler that time.
9-4 Vanderbilt. A little over 5 minutes gone as Owe walks it up the floor. Owe one-hand pass to the right side to Diabate out deep on the right. Diabate gets it down to the corner to Aberdeen. The ball's lost over in that far corner, and it's Vanderbilt ball. It's over in the far corner, so we can't get a good look at it, but Kentucky turns it over, and with 14:40 to play, there's a timeout on the floor. Vanderbilt has started fast. Commodores lead the Cats 9-4 on the UK Sports Network.
When Second's making a play, Short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Two things: communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. All right? Wildcats on 3. 1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
When you play the Kentucky Lottery, your dollars stay in Kentucky.
Not only do lottery proceeds fund college grants and scholarships, but the lottery also funds the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship.
Training Kentuckians in as little as 4 months for jobs in high-demand fields, such as healthcare, manufacturing, construction, and IT.
Get trained for a high-paying, in-demand job, tuition-free, all funded by your Kentucky Lottery.
Fueling imagination, funding education. Learn more at workreadykentucky.com.
Hey, Wildcat fans! Little Caesars, the home of hot and ready pizza, invites you to try our world-famous Crazy Bread with crazy sauce, Caesar wings, Italian cheese bread, and our new cookie dough brownie dessert. At Little Caesars, we begin each day with dough made fresh from scratch, fresh, never frozen cheese, and the tastiest toppings. Little Caesars is also a proud partner of UK Athletics and an enthusiastic member of Big Blue Nation. So go Cats!
Pizza. Thinking about digging, planting a tree, putting up a fence? Hold that shovel. Before you break ground, head to Kentucky811.org or call 811. It's quick, it's free, and yup, it's the law. Submit your request online or call before you dig. Member Utility Pros will mark where the underground lines are. Don't risk the injury, service outages, penalties, or costly repairs. Safety is in your hands. 811 before you dig.
Sponsored by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
Lexington's home of the Kentucky Wildcats is 630 WLAP.
The Cats have missed 9 of their first 10 shots, 0 for 3 at the three-point line, and Vanderbilt has a 9-4 lead with 14:40 to play. Goose, I'm like you. I like the energy level I see from the Kentucky players, but they can't get the shots to go. The one Aberdeen got fouled on. It just right out in front of the basket, and he just flipped it up, hit the back of the iron, popped out.
Yeah, and they get nothing out of that because he missed both free throws. So an empty trip on a point-blank shot attempt. But, yeah, the energy is okay. I like that Mo came in, and he's keeping the ball alive as he keeps going for offensive rebound opportunities. But, boy, it's just been a tough go of it on the offensive end for Kentucky.
And he's not a team you want to be chasing in the second half, especially late in the second half. They lead the SEC in the lowest turnover rate and the highest free throw percentage.
Yeah, this is a big possession right here because, frankly, Kentucky's very fortunate to be down just 9-4 right now. If you get a stop here and come down and score, that gives the game a whole new light. But Kentucky needs to make something good happen here.
Jasper Johnson and Brandon Garrison check into the game. Oway, Diabate, and Aberdeen stay on the floor. No full court this time for Kentucky, so Tanner walks it into front court. Floats over to his right, crossover dribble, step back, and Garrison with a quick closeout kept Tanner from shooting the three. Garrison's got him on a switch. Tanner's only 6 feet tall. Tanner's got it out deep on the right side now. Comes off that screen, gets into the lane, down to the baseline, banks it up and in.
Yeah, that was just not good communication defensively by Kentucky.
Second bucket for Tyler Tanner. It's 11-4 in favor of Vanderbilt. Jasper Johnson on the point. Two-hand pass to the wing is deflected out of bounds by Okereke. Diabate will put the ball in play here on the near side for Kentucky. Vanderbilt, Kentucky, both man-to-man. Diabate in trouble. And gets it into Garrison, who's falling out of bounds and saving it in. Throws it right to Tanner. Vanderbilt's got numbers. Washington blocked off the board by Diabate, but Tanner comes out with it. Drives it way back out front to reset the offense. Tanner angles to his right, down the lane, right to the rim for an easy layup.
Well, again, it's just not very good communication on that screen and roll. Not at all.
13 for Vandy. Johnson, top of the key, feeds Garrison on the roll. Oway left corner out to Diabate, to Johnson. Straight away, three ball. No good off the back of the iron. And rebounded by Vanderbilt's Okereke. He'll spin and drive it up into front court. And Okereke comes off the screen, and they call a foul on Washington. Drop that shoulder into Aberdeen, who was trying to fight through the screen. Washington's first. That's 4 on Vanderbilt. That's the third turnover already for the Commodores.
But I'm just not sure why Garrison, when he catches that ball right at the basket, I'm not sure why you don't go up and dunk that one.
Lack of confidence, maybe?
Well, yeah, but it doesn't take
a lot. Be pretty confident in the dunk.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't take a lot of confidence to go up and dunk it.
Jasper Johnson coming up into front court, getting bumped by Tanner along the way. Gives it off on the left side to Aberdeen. Back to Johnson. Johnson goes right, goes left. Tanner knocks it away from behind, and they feed him on the run out for the dunk at the other end. He knocked it away from behind and then ran out. And did they call a foul too?
No. Mark called a timeout.
Timeout. Vanderbilt has spurted out to an 11-point lead as Jasper Johnson got his pocket picked from behind by Tyler Tanner, who leads Vanderbilt in steals for the second year in a row. He's got 50 of them now on the season. And just a tough educational matchup for the freshman Jasper Johnson, trying to run the point and struggling a little bit with Mr. Tanner.
Well, what makes it tough is the fact that no one before him has made a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, for a guy like Jasper coming off the bench, and all those guys you look ahead of you, you look at, and you want a little bit of spark. It's hard to come in and make a shot when nobody's made one. And, Jasper, of course, is going to have to protect that basketball because you're playing against a guy who is very crafty. But, you don't want to look at that freshman to get you going every game. That's for sure.
Comes into Jasper. No changes in the lineup for Kentucky. They give it to Aberdeen, and he'll bring it up into front court. Jasper will move off the ball as Aberdeen's now picked up by Tanner. Comes left side to Oway. Need to get him going. He's scoreless so far. Oway out front has to back out to the midcourt line. Feeds Diabate in the middle of the lane. Pass to the right corner. Here's Aberdeen. Open three. Hit it.
All right.
Nice look from Diabate in the middle of the lane to find Aberdeen.
Yeah, now you might be able to get some confidence and somebody else will make a shot.
15-7. Vanderbilt. McLaughlin straight away. Gives it to his right to James. James over to Tanner. Tanner at the top of the key. Pass to the left corner, McLaughlin. He'll shoot the three ball and hit it, of course. He's only made 13 of 53 coming in, but he drains that one from the left corner. 18-7 Vandy. Bounce pass left side comes to Diabate, who hands it to Owe. Owe curls into the key, steps back, three-point shot, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Vanderbilt. Tyler Harris, who's checked in, brings it up into front court. Harris drives it to the right elbow, gives it behind him to Tanner in the midcourt circle. Tanner double-teamed off that middle pick, slides left, open three, missed it badly, rebounded by Owe. Owe will bring it up himself. Under 12 to play here in the first half. Owe's between the circles, straight away. Floating over to his left, puts it behind his back, gives it behind him to Johnson on the midcourt circle. Johnson goes to his right, long three, no good. Rebound Garrison, but he pushed off to get it, they say, and that's a foul on Brandon, his first, and the team's second. There's a timeout on the floor with 11:41 to play here in this opening half. Vanderbilt has equaled its largest lead of the game thus far, 18-7 over Kentucky on the UK Sports Network.
Around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round, and Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone. Now through February 2nd, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 26 Corolla or Corolla Hybrid, excludes GR and Corolla Cross, or lease a new gas-powered Corolla LE for $209 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing, with approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details, or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Just like your fingerprint, your heartbeat is unique to you. And that's how your heart care should be too. So at Baptist Health, we focus on your specific cardiac needs, from preventive care to some of the most advanced procedures. For your one-of-a-kind heart, choose the one hospital system more people trust for their heart care. Baptist Health. It's care centered on you. Visit baptisthealth.com/heartcare.
Hey, there's a penny by your foot. A penny? Find a penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck? Come on, let's aim higher. For the nickel. But how often do you find free nickels? Every day at Thornton's. Save 5 cents off per gallon of fuel every day with Thornton's Refreshing Rewards. Then we need a new adage. Come to Thornton's, pump your gas, save some nickels with every pass. They'll add up to save $1. How does that sound for a little luck? That is way better than pennies.
Get 5 cents off per gallon of fuel every day at your local Thornton's. Valid on fuel purchases up to 35 gallons. Requires download of the Refreshing Rewards app and successful registration.
Get news, blogs, and live streaming now at WLAP.com.
Game Day presented by CHI St. Joseph Health all season long. The show airs on Saturday mornings at 9 on WLAX in Lexington. Check UKathletics.com/UK Sports Network for TV affiliates and times in your area. If you're outside the state, you can watch at UKathletics.com/videos or on the Kentucky Wildcats Facebook page. A miserable shooting performance by the Wildcats. 2 of 14 so far. 1 of 7 at the three-point line. Vanderbilt with some runouts and layups is up to 8 for 16, and the Commodores lead it 18-7. Goose.
Yeah, it's not the start you wanted to see, that's for sure. I thought Kentucky had the last couple of games figured out how to play these first few minutes of a game. And, you know, the thing that I guess going through it as I have, I kind of get is that, especially on the road, you get that opposing team, you get their best in the first 4 minutes. And if you don't match that, this kind of start is going to happen. And it takes some time for guys to understand that, because it's just different now than it was. But the thing that is very, very similar is that for that team playing on their home floor and for that crowd, it still means something playing Kentucky, and it shows right from the beginning. You just have to be able to hit them back before they get this kind of lead.
Vanderbilt with a 13-8 advantage on the glass right now. Kentucky has made a lot of hay on second chance baskets in this winning streak, but they haven't got any yet. Vanderbilt undefeated, 11-0 when it out-rebounds the opponent this season. There's Okereke left of the circle, over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin drives on Moreno, who cuts him off. Gives it to Harris on the right baseline. Working against Johnson, leans in, shoots up, missed it, and it was challenged by Diabate, and he comes off with a rebound. Gives it to Johnson. Straight ahead, over to Aberdeen, left wing. Pull-up three, no good off the back of the iron, and Diabate saves it in over the far side, but right to Harris, and Vandy's got numbers. Tanner, pull-up three, left side, no good, and here's a foul on Aberdeen. Kentucky. Aberdeen trying to block out McLaughlin down on the right baseline, and they call Denzel for the foul, his first and the team's third.
And I actually thought Denzel did a good job screening out that time. I'm not sure if he got a hand in there or something. I thought he used his body pretty well.
He's been good at that.
Yeah.
Tanner in the right corner floats it out to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, right of the circle, bounce past the Tanner on a backdoor cut, and it's lost out of bounds. And there's a tough break for Kentucky because it went off Tanner's foot and ricocheted into the lane, and then it went caroming off Diabate's foot and out of bounds.
Yeah, tough break. Mo doing a great job stepping back in there, helping out. But it just went foot to foot, and nothing he could do about that.
Chandler checking back in. Johnson goes out. Trent Noah came in at the break. Moreno, Diabate, and Aberdeen also out there. Okereke works his way into the lane, backing down on Diabate, gets down to the block, pump fake, leans in, has to fall away from a 10-footer, no good.
Mo, great defense.
And Diabate rebounds it after defending that so well. Just never would let himself get muscled, which is what Okereke was trying to do to him. Aberdeen gives it left side to Diabate, hands it off to Chandler. To Moreno straight away. Moreno dribbles to his right, picks up his dribble, trying to find somebody to get the ball to. Finally gets it to Aberdeen on the right wing. Aberdeen comes into the lane, cut off, goes to his right, muscles it up and in, and a foul.
Oh, boy.
He just kept fighting and looking and pivoting and twisting.
And the thing he did that was really good, all of that movement you're talking about, he never changed pivot feet. He never changed that foot. So once they bought into the pump fake, he just threw his body into him and came up with some contact.
Fouls on Harris, his first, team's fifth, excuse me. Aberdeen looking to complete the three-point play. He does. He has 8 points.
And he kind of looks at his hands like, finally, you didn't let me down.
18-10 Vanderbilt. Tanner picked up by Aberdeen as he comes into front court. Pass goes left side to Okereke. He'll shoot a long three. Good.
Oh, boy. Boy, that's playing against Kentucky.
3 threes for the Commodores. And they push the lead back to 11 at 21-10. Aberdeen brings it into front court, right side. Bounces it to Moreno straight away at the top. Moreno works his way to the right elbow, gives it back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen bounce pass to Diabate. On the left side it comes to Noah. Noah drives baseline, cut off, spins, gives it back to Diabate. Shot clock at 7. Diabate goes down the lane, gets in deep, goes up, and the shot is blocked. And Okereke got it, and a scramble for the loose ball. The shot clock goes off, and it's a turnover for Kentucky. Diabate got himself in a tough spot.
Well, one of my keys, our bigs have to be big. And we've got nothing from the painted area from either one of our bigs thus far.
Oway back in, Aberdeen to the bench.
I mean, you just can't afford to be manhandled like that. But not just Mo, because Mo's working hard. I'm not putting that on him. I'm just saying, you got to compete down there.
Tanner fires a pass to the right corner to Okereke. Turns down the three, comes into the paint. Challenged by Moreno, gives it off to Nickel. Nickel kicks it out to the corner. Another three by McLaughlin, and he hits another one. He's hit one from each corner.
Boy, oh boy. Another key was chasing him off the three-point line.
14-point lead. Moreno in the paint. Throws it left corner to Noah. Out to Diabate. Diabate hands it to Oway. Back to Diabate on the pick and roll. Diabate in trouble in the lane, but he gathers himself and floats it back out deep on the left side to Oway. Oway down the lane, angles right, gets to the rim, missed the shot. Diabate had it, lost it, grabbed by Tanner. Touch pass ahead to Harris, sprinting to the other end. Blocked from behind by Chandler, but picked up and put in by Tanner. Hustle play.
Yeah, Trent Noah had to come up with that one. Great defensive play. But Trent Noah was there and just did not get his hands on it.
16-point lead for the Commodores. 26-10, 8:25 to play in the first half. Chandler gives it to Moreno. Hits Chandler on the cut to the basket, but he missed the shot. Rebounded by Chandler. Chandler in the lane, out to Noah. He lets it fly. No good. And a foul underneath as Diabate got pushed by Okereke from behind. The officials caught it, and that's the second on Okereke, and 6 on Vanderbilt with 8:12 to play in the half.
Boy, I tell you, Vandy has gotten every 50-50 ball. They
Noah out, Aberdeen back in.
Chased down opportunities at the three-point line. They have just gotten to everything.
Yelovich comes in, and Diabate will get a breather.
Just seem to have a little bit more pep to the step than does Kentucky right now.
Aberdeen on the right baseline to trigger it in. Gets it to Moreno.
Take him. You got to take him.
Moreno holding the ball on the right baseline, working against Washington. Backs him down into the paint, bumping along the way, turns, fall away, rolls in from 6. Nice call, Goose.
That's what I'm talking about. Our bigs have to be big. Don't let them manhandle you and prevent you from taking that shot.
26-12 Vanderbilt. Here's Bing out front, gives it right side to Harris. And the ball's knocked away from Nickel, but he picks it up, shoots a 3, and he hits it. Oway almost had the steal, but he didn't get it. And that left Nickel open for his second three-point basket.
Oh, boy.
29-12 Vanderbilt. With its largest lead of the first half. Aberdeen down the left sideline, cut off. Wanted to feed Moreno, couldn't, and then throws it away into backcourt. It was touched by Vanderbilt. Chandler rescues it. Thought it was over and back. Chandler moves it over to his right. Out on the wing, keeps his dribble, comes into the paint, step through move, fires it to Oway, cutting in on the right baseline. His shot is blocked from behind and out of bounds. Touch last by Kentucky. They give it to Vandy. And that'll get us to a timeout with 7:14 left to play in the first half. We're almost 13 minutes into this game. Kentucky with just 12 points. Vanderbilt with 29. And this is the UK Sports Network.
Tune into the UK Healthcare Mark Pope Show on the UK Sports Network. Join Tom Leach and me as we take questions from BBN. Join us at 6 p.m. every Monday night throughout the entire basketball season. Check your local listing for the UK Sports Network affiliate in your area.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Just like the Cats, Jack Burford Chevrolet plays to win. We're known for bringing Central Kentucky the newest technology and the latest products to make our customers' lives easier. And now we're rolling out Jack Burford's new mobile service option. We're bringing the service to you, so you don't have to put life on hold just to get your vehicle back on the road. From the showroom to your driveway, we're proud to serve Big Blue Nation with honest deals and dependable service. Jack Burford Chevrolet. We're bringing the service straight to you.
Hey, Kentucky fans, Billy Rutledge here. I know you do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Unlock exclusive coverage of UK athletics with UKSN All Access. From behind-the-scenes content to game day coverage, it's all in one place. Find it on the UK Athletics app or UKSNAllAccess.com.
When you hear the Wildcats, you're listening to 630 WLAP.
Kentucky has averaged 78 points a game in its 7 conference games, but with 7:14 to play, they are 4 of 22 from the field and trailing Vanderbilt by 17. It's 29-12. The Commodores in front, and Vandy has gotten very comfortable because it's been able to muscle Kentucky a little bit and bump them off their path and be aggressive, get a back tip or two, get run outs, and they've been able to get their transition game going, and Kentucky hasn't.
Well, the transition game, in addition to a lot of other things, Vandy's been able to get going, and Kentucky has not. Boy, I just knew coming into this game, Kentucky was going to try to pound the paint and get the bigs in opportunities to shoot or free throws, because Vandy probably would not have been able to keep from fouling if they played very aggressively in there. But and I say part of that because I know Kentucky has worked on that the last couple of days, but I don't see a whole lot of evidence of that right now.
Yelovich, Owe, Moreno, Chandler, Aberdeen out of the timeout. Vandy at 17-3 is off to its best start since the 2008 season. And Coach Mark Byington, the first Vandy coach to win his first game against Kentucky here in this building a year ago. First to do it since Eddie Fogler in 1990. Vanderbilt in control right now as Tanner walks it into front court. He's picked up by Aberdeen, comes off that middle screen, feeds it on the roll to Washington, and it sails over his head and out of bounds.
Yelovich Kentucky needs something from him right now as well. He has not been able to get much going, if anything, in this game.
Aberdeen brings it into front court, angles left off the Moreno screen, gives it up to Yelovich. He drives down the right side of the lane, gets bumped, turns, fall away 8-footer, no good. He got a great look.
Yeah.
And the rebound to Nickel of Vanderbilt. Here's Tanner jogging up the right side, slows it up, comes into the middle of the floor, turns the corner, goes down to the corner, circles out to the left, pass out to Nickel, stolen away on the pass to the middle. Owe steals and dunks it at the other end. He's great at shooting that passing lane.
Well, that a lot of times get Kentucky going.
And Vanderbilt will take a quick...
No, there's a problem with the net. So they're going to get that net untangled after Owe dunked it so emphatically that time. The net just kind of stuck up on the rim.
First basket for Ortega, and maybe that'll get
some more
his game going. 29-14. Here's Tanner. And goes down the left side of the lane, all the way to the baseline, cut off, out to McLaughlin, straight away three ball, no good, rebounded by Moreno, and a foul, they're going to call it on Kentucky. It's on Yelovich. Call him for holding.
God, it's just not that hard. I mean, Kentucky's making it a whole lot more difficult than it needs to be.
Yelovich goes out. Diabate comes back in.
I mean, you just use your size. Go up there and chase that one down.
Yes.
And you make them foul you. I like the way Moreno went for the rebound.
Pass way out front to Nickel. Closely guarded by Chandler. Fights through the screen to stay with him. Nickel passes right side to Tanner. Tanner comes into the circle, goes down the right side of the lane, scoops up a shot off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Washington, put up and no good. Rebounded by McLaughlin, knocked away and stolen by Diabate. Outlet to Owe, behind the defense, another dunk.
Boy, Mo just stayed with it, Tom.
Diabate with the feed after the steal. 29-16 Vanderbilt. Gets the Kentucky fans into it. Tanner left of the circle. Tanner drives to his right, down to the right elbow, or right block, throws it out to Bing. Bing hands it to McLaughlin straight away, gives it right side to Tanner, cut off by Moreno, step back, three, no good. Rebounded by Chandler, knocked away and stolen by Bing. Drives right baseline, missed the shot, but he got fouled.
You can't go with one hand. I mean,
got to snatch that rebound.
Well, especially when you have every opportunity to snatch it. I mean, Colin just grabbed it nonchalantly, and they just took it out of his hands.
Being at the line for two shots.
I mean, at this stage of the game, that ball is valuable, man.
Free throw, no good, as Noah checks into the game, and Chandler's going to go out for just the reason you talked about.
Well, very much an un-Colin Chandler-like play, okay? I get that. And he never goes about anything halfway. And that's one of the things I love about Colin. But you have to understand the value of that basketball at a time when you're right on the verge of getting back in the game.
Bing hits the second one. makes it 30-16 Vanderbilt, and Denzel Aberdeen goes out. He committed that last foul, and it's his second, so that's another downside to letting that rebound get away. Jasper Johnson checks in. Noah's got it in backcourt. He gives it to Johnson. Johnson sprinting up the right side of the floor, slows it up as he comes into front court. Picked up by Tanner with those quick hands. Pass comes left side to Noah, back to Johnson. They swing it off to the right side to Owe. Owe working around, trying to get a shot. Comes into the lane, flips it up. No good. It was got partially tapped. Diabate rescues it out to Noah. Quick three. Yes, sir.
There you go, Trent. There you go,
Diabate
Trent.
again.
You just love it. You just love his effort.
And that's what it was.
Got to get a stop here.
30-19. Vanderbilt's 17-point lead down to 11. Feed down low and dunked in by Levert. 32-19. Vanderbilt. They got it in deep, and he had
you let him catch
Malachi
it with
on his hip.
Head under the basket. That's dunked every time.
Johnson comes across the line, spins over to his left. Pass to Diabate in the middle of the floor. Feeds it into Moreno, and there's a foul. A reach around from behind by Leverett. It's his first 7 on Vanderbilt, so this will be 1-1 for Moreno. Kentucky has averaged 19 points a game at the free throw line in SEC play. 6th time they've been there in this first half. No good. Rebounded by Vanderbilt. James clears it. 4:18 to play in the half. Vandy by 13. Tanner walking it down the left sideline. Standing right in front of Coach Mark Pope. Hands on hips in that blue quarter zip. Tanner works it down the left side. Passes across to James in the right corner to McLaughlin. He's wide open. He'll take another one and hit it. He's made 3. He made 13 in 20 games. And he's made 3 tonight.
Yeah, but I tell you, he's never had a game where he's been that open.
It's like a drill in practice.
Yeah, you're just shooting like you do in practice.
And a bad pass at the other end and a steal by Vanderbilt. James leads the break. Overhead pass to the right corner. 3 ball. Good for Bing. Timeout, Kentucky. So the Cats had cut it to 11, and Vandy runs off 8 straight and has its biggest lead of the first half at 38-19 with 3:40 to play in the first half. There's a timeout on the floor, and this is the UK Sports Network.
The new DQ Crispy Onion Cheeseburger $7 meal deal has everything you could want and more. First, there's the juicy cheeseburger that comes with melty cheese and crunchy crispy onions. Oh, and a full-size order of fries and a drink and a sundae. And did we mention that it's all just $7 at participating DQ locations? Enjoy every and with the new Crispy Onion Cheeseburger $7 meal deal. Here for a limited time right now at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Are you paying a premium for roadside assistance or getting gouged for phone insurance? Maybe your doctor visits, co-pays feel more expensive? Well, how do you get ahead when everything keeps costing more? Well, with Blue Vantage checking from UK Credit Union, you get more value for your money, including 24/7 roadside assistance, cell phone protection, telehealth, shopping discounts, dark web monitoring, and more. At UK Credit Union, we help you do more than just get by. We help you get ahead. Visit us online or stop by a branch to learn more. Additional fees apply. Membership eligibility required. Insured by NCAA.
Our lives are full of moments, big and small. And at Maple & J, we believe your jewelry should be there for all of it. That's why we craft each piece by hand, using precious metals made to endure all of life's demands. Timeless and tough, sentimental and chic. This everyday jewelry becomes a part of you and the memories you share with others. That's why we're proud to be the official jewelry of UK Athletics. Maple & J. Never take them off.
Lexington's home of the Kentucky Wildcats is 630 WLAP.
Vanderbilt 7 of 14 at the three-point line. Kentucky 2 for 10. Commodores shooting 50% overall, and they lead 38-19. They average 90 a game on the season, 93.5 here on their home court. And Kentucky's defense has not been anywhere near what we saw on Saturday against a different type of Ole Miss team, but still, he held them to 32%. McLaughlin, for example, he's made 3 threes. As I said, only 13 on the year coming in, but every one of them's just been standing there wide open.
Point blank, I mean, he's right there by himself. Nobody And I'm still trying to figure out if you are communicating how he continues to get that wide open. They are just changing sides of the floor, running the baseline. There's not even a big-time screen to try to free him up to the three-point line because Vandy wants to keep that paint clear because you have Tanner who is able to drive the lane at will. So they don't want to clog it up with a screen. So how is he getting open? If you're communicating and if you're talking back and forth, there's no way that should be happening. So just not anywhere close to good half of basketball for the Cats so far.
Kentucky has not been great inside the arc of late. In the last 4 games, they've been 50% or worse on 2-point shots. So far tonight, 5 of 17. And this isn't a Vanderbilt team that has a lot of great shot blockers, but they have been physical with Kentucky.
And not a Vandy team that's really good on defense either.
Right.
I mean, Vandy, they scored 90 points, but they give up about 80, so 76. So, you know, they give up points as well.
Aberdeen back in the game with those 2 fouls. Moreno, top of the circle, gives it left side to Aberdeen. Noah Diabate, Owe also out there. They get it to Diabate at the high post, trying to feed Moreno, but he can't. Throws it out deep on the left side to Aberdeen. 8 to shoot. Down the lane, all the way to the block. Goes up, and his shot's blocked. Taken out by McLaughlin. Throws it ahead to James. Gives it back to Tanner on the point. Tanner gives it to McLaughlin. Hands it right back to Tanner. Noah switches off on him. Comes right side to James. Coming down to 3 to play in the first half. James straight away between the circles. Pass to his right to Bing. Shot clock at 10 seconds as they get it back to Tanner out deep on the left. Tanner comes off the middle screen. Diabate switches off on him. They feed it down low. It's intercepted by Owe. Good defense by Diabate. Owe comes into front court. Cut off by Tanner, so he backs out, brings it over to the left side, rises up, shoots a 3, no good. Rebounded by Leverett, and very few second chance opportunities for the Cats. 2.5 to play in the first half. Tanner, one-hand pass to the right corner to Bing. Bing takes Owe into the paint, can't get a shot, out to McLaughlin, gives it right side to Tanner, cut off as he drives right by Diabate, goes back left, gets in deep, shots blocked, but a foul called against the Cats. Not sure who they're going to give this one to. Looks like Diabate.
Yeah, Mo was there.
His first. But 6th.
But now what Kentucky has done the last 3 times down, they are switching every exchange. And you might have a big on Tanner. You know, you might have someone like Mo, but they are switching every time there's an exchange. And it happened to work the first 2 times. Now, that was a pretty good defensive effort by Mo.
Free throw good.
But there was contact.
Thing is, Tanner's only 6 feet tall, so you give up a little quickness when you switch as a big, but you have that big advantage in size that can help you counteract it.
Yeah, but he is so smart offensively, man. He makes sure there's contact. If he's going into the paint,
hits them both.
He's ready to get hit. Welcomely ready to get hit.
It's 10 for Tanner and a 21-point Vanderbilt lead. They're on a 10-0 run as Kentucky comes into front court. Moreno dribbles over to his left, looking for somebody to hand it to. Diabate comes to take it. Diabate at the top of the circle, gets the path down to the rim, goes up and can't finish the shot, but he's fouled. Nice drive, but could not get the and one opportunity. Foul is on Washington. It's his second. 8 team fouls, 2 for Diabate as Colin Chandler gets set to come back into the Kentucky lineup.
Well, you might have to get Aberdeen out just simply because he has 2 personal fouls. So that might be who Colin's coming in for.
2 shots for Diabate. First one bounces off, no good.
Now he's giving Owe a breather. He's been in there the whole time.
Kentucky just 3 of 7 at the free throw line, so they're having trouble making shots from everywhere. 2:03 to play. It's a 21-point Vandy lead as Diabate stands in for the second shot. And he missed them both. Moreno had the rebound, lost it, tries to go for it in the corner, and it's touched last by Vanderbilt. Leverett is battling with Moreno, who creates the second possession for Kentucky with his hustle. Let's see what they can do with it.
Well, it's just a crazy thing right now. Kentucky's had opportunity after opportunity to come down with that rebound. And, instead of snatching that thing and swinging, taking somebody's arm off as you grab the ball, they're allowing Vandy to just come and get a hand on it. It's crazy.
Overhead pass is caught out front by Diabate, gives it to Aberdeen, right side Noah. Floats the pass to Moreno, gives it back to Noah. Noah comes into the paint, over to Diabate, one dribble, gets in deep, in trouble, out to Chandler, deep three, left side. It's no good, and it's rebounded by McLaughlin. Vanderbilt with the ball, minute 40 to play in the half. Tanner waiting for McLaughlin to tie his shoe as he stands and dribbles in the midcourt circle. Aberdeen out, pressure on him. Tanner goes to his right, cut off by Aberdeen. Goes back to his left hand, goes all the way down to the baseline, pivots, throws it to Nickel, cutting down the lane. Gets down to the baseline, feeds Bing, cutting down the lane, and he's fouled. The series of cuts, and Vanderbilt finally gets it to the rim, and it's going to be a foul on Moreno. His first. 7 on the Cats, 2 shots for Tyler Nickel.
Well, for that to be Moreno's first foul, that might tell you a little bit about how it's been, the mismatch in the paint.
Free throw, no good.
When you're being big, as I said was one of my keys to the game, you have to inflict your size and power and everything on that game in the paint, and sometimes that means picking up a foul. But that's his first.
Bing's second shot is good. And with 1:22 to play, it is 41-19 Vanderbilt. They've scored the last 11 points. Aberdeen out deep on the right side. Goes to work off the bounce. Gets into the lane. Pull up 12-footer. Good. Aberdeen into double figures. 41-21 Vanderbilt. And the Commodores will take a timeout with 1 minute exactly to play in the first half. Aberdeen with the bucket gets Kentucky a little closer, but this is a massive hole to try to dig out of going into the second half.
Yeah, and if I'm Mark Pope, I mentioned it a little while ago, I might get Aberdeen out of there. He has 2 fouls. He's going to be matched up with Tanner, and Tanner is going to be involved in this play, maybe trying to drive and get to the basket, so you don't want him to pick up that 3rd foul.
He's not only your point guard, but he's leading scorer tonight.
Yes.
Cat fans, you can help Markey Cancer Center in its fight against cancer at the next home game, which will be next week. Just grab a souvenir cup for a chance to win great prizes like a VIP trip to a Cats away game, a Visit Myrtle Beach vacation, or Cats merchandise. 1 minute exactly to play in the first half. Vanderbilt with a 41-21 lead. Kentucky had come back from 17 down to cut it to 11, but then Vanderbilt scored 11 straight with the Cats struggling to make shots as they have from the get-go tonight. Comes in to Tanner and always switched off on him. Tanner, one-hand pass to the right corner to McLaughlin. Back to Tanner, 15 to shoot. Back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin guarded closely this time by Diabate. Gives it back to Tanner. Diabate switches off on Tanner. Tanner going to work on him. Wow. Down the lane. Goes by him, flips it up, missed it. Ball's tapped around into the hands of Diabate. Outlet pass to Owe. Owe up the left side. 14 seconds. Goes to the basket, puts it up, and gets it to go.
Well, I don't know how you don't get a foul in your favor when you're playing as hard as Owe has played in this game. A lot of contact, but no whistle.
Strong drive, 41-23 Vanderbilt. 19 seconds to play in the half as Tanner stands in the midcourt circle.
No three.
Bright orange sneakers and dribbles. Puts it behind his back a couple of times. 9 seconds. Now he starts going to his left, down the lane, gets to the rim, misses the runner, but it's rebounded by Vandy, put back up and in by Leverett. And that is the end of the first half. Vanderbilt will go to the locker room leading by 20. the worst team in the league in offensive rebound percentage, just got the last bucket of the first half on a second chance. Vanderbilt 43, Kentucky 23 on the UK Sports Network.
The University of Kentucky's first basketball victory came on February 18th, 1903, in an 11-10 win over the Lexington YMCA. Back then, the school was known as the Agricultural and Mechanical College of Kentucky, and how they fit all that on the uniform is anyone's guess. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance has its own rich tradition, insuring Kentuckians for more than 75 years. Go Big Blue and go Farm Bureau. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
At the University of Kentucky, we build, we work, we lead. Not for the credit, but the future. For the name on the front of the jersey. The name that binds us. The place that drives us. For students and patients, farmers and families, fans and physicians. From dawn to dusk, we're here, advancing Kentucky together.
With the money they saved and earned by enrolling in LG&E and KU's new energy efficiency programs like Online Marketplace and Bring Your Own Thermostat, Frank was able to buy a pygmy goat. Sheila got bagpipes. Harry bought 10 pounds of Monk's Head cheese. Christy learned the Watusi and the Macarena. And Bruce, he bought a bicycle. Because he's just out there. Sign up now to earn money and save for whatever you're into. Visit lge-ku.com/save.
This is the Cartown Kia halftime report on the UK Sports Network. Now, with a look at the first half, here's Tom Leach and Jack Gibbons.
Welcome back to Nashville. It is halftime, and Vanderbilt is in control. 43-23 over the Cats. First half stats presented by Toyota. Tyler Tanner leading Vanderbilt with 12. 9 for McLaughlin on the 3 3-pointers. He's also grabbed 9 big rebounds. Nearly had a double-double in the first half. Nickel with 8 for the Commodores. For Kentucky, Denzel Aberdeen leads them with 10. 6 for Oweh. Noah 3. Chandler 2. Moreno 2 for Kentucky. Goose, you wanted the bigs to be big, and that didn't happen in the first half.
Oh, man. Where do you start? I mean, I look at so many numbers on the stat sheet at halftime that just are hard to live with. If you just look at the last play of that half, okay? And you allow a guy to come in and get an offensive rebound and a putback with no resistance hardly at all. But the overall rebound total, Vandy is out rebounding Kentucky 27-16. Now, I get it. Kentucky's missed a lot of shots. So that gives Vandy a lot more opportunities to get to the offensive glass. But I'm looking at our bigs, and we're talking about imposing your will. And the only guy with more than one offensive rebound is Mo Diabate. So Malachi Moreno with 0. Yelovic with 0 rebounds. I mean, it is just hard to win a game on another team's home floor if you don't get more from everybody, really, but more from your bigs than Kentucky's been able to get tonight, when that is a focal point going into the game.
Kentucky missed 12 of its first 14 shots. They finished the first half 9 of 32 for 28%, 2 of 11 on threes. Vandy made 7 of 14 threes, shot 47% overall. At the half, Vandy 43, Kentucky 23. First half stats presented by Toyota on the UK Sports Network.
Hey, Big Blue Nation, looking to get closer to the teams, coaches, and student athletes you love? It's time to go all in with BBN United, the ultimate way to support Kentucky student athletes and show off your pride. With a BBN United membership, you'll be invited to watch exclusive player and coach content, access one-of-a-kind fan experiences, get UK fan merch delivered to your door, and be part of something bigger than the game. Sign up for BBN United at bbnunited.com. UK Athletics official fan loyalty program where passion fuels purpose.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
BBN Pets is back and better than ever. Join today and score even more exclusive BBN Pet gear, plus a VIP experience at Bark in the Park events at UK. Your membership helps you show your Wildcat pride and spoil your four-legged fan. Sponsored by Kentucky Veterinary Practice Group, caring for pets through Richmond Road Veterinary Clinic and Tate's Creek Animal Hospital. Sign up now at bbnpets.com because Cats fans come in all shapes and wagging tails.
Are you working against the clock and need metal fast? Hi, I'm Jeff Shepard. Metals Depot Express in Winchester had just what I needed to slam dunk my project. They stock thousands of shapes and sizes of steel, aluminum, stainless, brass, and more. From a handful to a truckload, Metals Depot is your one-stop shop for industrial metals. Shop online at metalsdepot.com or visit their retail store and warehouse in Winchester. Metals Depot Express. Get just what you need delivered.
Get news, blogs, and live streaming now at WLAP.com.
Back here in Lexington inside our UK Sports Network headquarters, Kentucky trailing at the break 43-23. Not a whole lot going right for the Cats in Nashville. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here across the UK Sports Network.
The best Cats coverage before, during, and after the game is always on. News Radio 630 WLAP, Lexington.
Cats shoot just 9 of 32 from the floor. Vanderbilt made 7 threes en route to a 20-point advantage. One stanza down. Cats have 20 minutes left to try to get something going there at Vanderbilt. That's what's going on in Nashville. Time now to see what's going on around campus with UK at the half.
For centuries, composers have tried to make nature come alive through music, but 3 University of Kentucky professors are doing it in a literal way. Luke Bradley, acting chair of the Department of Neuroscience, and Michael Baker and Timothy Moyers, professors in the School of Music, are using data sonification to identify mutations in cells.
We are following data points and translating them into musical sounds to create, in our case, short musical representations of data that can communicate trends in the data back to scientists.
Here's a brief sample of what sonified data sounds like. Not only is there music within the notes interpreted from the data set, but scientists can extract information about the health of a cell. If there's something wrong, Bradley said, they can hear it in the music.
You can think of the cell as a symphony. And when everybody's playing in tune and properly, it sounds great. But if you have one group that might have something off by tune, it doesn't sound good. And so that's what's happening by proxy, the health of the cell. So that's representative of disease.
Although visual representation is a common way of gleaning what's happening inside a cell, Moyers said the other senses, like hearing, can add a complementary dimension to cellular study.
It could be argued that our ears are much more sensitive to subtle changes than our eyes. If there's, for instance, we'll just use a sine wave. I like synthesis in a way. If we alter that sine wave just by one sample, for instance, a sample like recorded audio, there's 44,000 samples per second. If one of those is out of place, we're going to hear that.
Bradley agreed and said it's a winning proposition for the scientific community.
This is a way to unlock those channels that nature's given us, but for whatever reason, we just don't use.
This research was made possible by funding from the Office of the Vice President of Research Igniting Research Collaborations Program and the OVPR UK International Center's UK Inspire program. For UK at the Half, I'm Tom Musgrave.
Denzel Aberdeen, 10 first-half points, but really the only bright spot for the Kentucky offense. The defense surrendering 43 points in that opening stanza, and Kentucky down by 20 at the break. Our Cartown Kia halftime report returns after this here on the UK Sports Network.
Unlock exclusive coverage of UK athletics with UKSN All Access. From behind-the-scenes content to game day coverage, it's all in one place. Find it on the UK Athletics app or UKSNAllAccess.com.
Yingling Traditional Lager, a beer that, like true legends, stands the test of time. Brewed by the same family for nearly 200 years, it's a crisp amber lager with a bold, smooth flavor that's perfect for game day. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching from your favorite bar, Yingling is the taste of tradition. Yingling, legends stand the test of time.
What does it take to win? Having the right team. I'm Greg, managing partner from Becker Law, and we are the team you need when you or a loved one are wrongly injured. Call us now at 333-3333 from anywhere in Kentucky, or go to BeckerLaw.com. You pay us nothing unless you get paid and find justice. Becker Law, serving Lexington for 40 years. Go Cats!
Did you know former Kentucky basketball coach John Maurer is credited with developing the bounce pass? Of course, you don't need to be a basketball coach to know that sometimes in life, the ball just doesn't bounce your way. Like when a storm or accident damages your property. That's why so many Kentuckians rely on Kentucky Farm Bureau for their insurance needs. You might say we have more than a passing interest in helping out folks in the Commonwealth. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Stay connected to the Cats with the Big Blue Brew, the official newsletter of UK Athletics. It's free, it's daily, and it's all things Kentucky. Sign up now at UKathletics.com/Big Blue Brew. That's UKathletics.com/Big Blue Brew.
It's time to look at the Central Bank SEC scoreboard.
Back here on the Cartown Kia halftime report, very quickly a look at that Central Bank SEC scoreboard. Arkansas beat Oklahoma in the game before Kentucky Vanderbilt, so they moved to 6-2 in SEC play. And really, regardless of this result, whether Kentucky is able to come back in this game or whether Vanderbilt does hang on for the win, that game now looking mighty huge, even bigger than what it was earlier today, coming up on Saturday. That your Central Bank SEC scoreboard update. When we come back, we'll have second half action from Nashville on the UK Sports Network.
Around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round. And Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone, like the best-selling Camry. Now through February 2nd, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 26 Camry. Or lease a new Camry LE for just $289 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
The Manchester is Lexington's award-winning upscale boutique hotel. Located in the historic Distillery District, the Manchester features 124 guest rooms with 4 expansive suites, a spirited lobby bar, and 2 elevated dining spaces. Grand Am, the hotel's flagship restaurant, offers locally sourced bluegrass-inspired dishes. Lost Palm is our rooftop restaurant and bar, a tropical oasis offering Latin-inspired share plates and a tiki cocktail program with the best views of downtown Lexington. For reservations, visit themanchesterky.com.
Our lives are full of moments, big and small. And at Maple & J, we believe your jewelry should be there for all of it. That's why we craft each piece by hand, using precious metals made to endure all of life's demands. Timeless and tough, sentimental, and chic. This everyday jewelry becomes a part of you and the memories you share with others. That's why we're proud to be the official jewelry of UK Athletics. Maple and J, never take them off.
When you hear the Wildcats, you're listening to 630 WLAP.
In the last 5 games, Kentucky's averaged 47.6 in the second halves. And they're going to need that and maybe a little more here in the second half as they trail Vanderbilt by 20, 43-23. Vandy's the best team in the league at defending the arc. Kentucky was only 2 of 11 in the first half from the three-point line. Vandy holds its opponents to 30%. But the closer you get to the basket, their numbers drop way off, Goose. And Kentucky's only 7 of 21 inside the three-point line. They've got to be able to take advantage of the size that they have and finish at the rim or get it into Moreno or Diabate or Yelovich and score a little closer to the basket and maybe get some and ones.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we talked about going into the game, I'm sure. And again, I try to listen in as much as possible when I'm in at practice to kind of get a little bit of an idea of where the emphasis is being placed for certain games against certain teams. And one of them was that Vandy was a little undersized in the paint, so we have to kind of get some easy ones at the basket. And to this point, Kentucky's just not been able to do that.
Kentucky comes back with its starters, and so does Vandy. It's Vandy's ball to start the second half. Our broadcast spot is opposite from the TV crew, so if you're synced up with our broadcast, the directions will be just the opposite of what I'm going to tell you, but Kentucky will be going left to right from our vantage point to start this second half. Comes into Tanner, 12 in the first half for the Vandy leading scorer. Vandy's playing without its second leading scorer, Duke Miles, tonight. They get a wide open layup down low by Nickel. Ran the play out of the halftime and score a bucket right at the rim. Biggest lead of the night, 45-23 Commodores. Aberdeen fakes left, comes right, goes back to his left, works his way down the lane, pivots, fall away 12-footer, rims off, no good. Foul on Vandy, pushing off to get the rebound. And this will give Kentucky another possession. It is on Washington, his third.
Yeah, he kind of hooked Marino's arm as he was going up for that rebound.
And a quick substitution as Washington comes out and Bing comes back in. Kentucky ball right baseline. It comes into Yelovich out on the wing, gives it straight away to Aberdeen, left side Oway, bounce feed down to Moreno in the left corner. Moreno hands it to Aberdeen, working along the left baseline, moves in, backs out, throws it out to Yelovich, deep on the left side, dribbles over to his right, hands it to Chandler, 5 to shoot. Chandler out deep on the right to Moreno with 3. He doesn't know about the shot clock, and the ball stolen away by Tanner. Tanner going the other way, step through, flips it up, missed the shot, but Aberdeen tried to cut him off, and he commits his third foul. And that is the first of the half on Kentucky. But it's a freshman mistake there by Malachi Moreno. Didn't know about the shot clock, and it was running out, and he should have shot the ball.
Well, all right, I'll get that half to Malachi. But you don't give it to a 7-footer that
Fair
far
point.
away from the basket with 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Chandler had the ball in his hands. He could recognize that.
Jalen Lowe would never have done that.
Free throw, Tanner,
Believe
good.
me. He would have been up on what was on the clock, and J-Lo. I mean, that's just the difference between having a true point guard and a guy who's kind of learning it on the fly. So, I mean, those kind of mistakes happen.
Tanner hits them both. 47-23 Vanderbilt. Aberdeen comes across the line. Left to right for the dribble. Goes to his right. Now goes back to his left. Over to Oway on the left side. He's going right to the rim, and it's fouled. Need to do more of that. If you're having trouble making shots, get to the rim, get fouled.
That's why I said Oway counts as a big in this game, because he gets more trips to the basket than anyone else on the team. So he needs to obviously do more of that.
Second foul and a half on Vanderbilt. Free throw no good. Kentucky now 3 for 9 at the free throw line.
Rains, it pours. But when your best free throw shooter, one of them, Aberdeen, goes there first and he misses both.
Oway gets 1 out of 2. Foul was on.
Just filters throughout the rest of the team.
McLaughlin. 7 points for Oway. 47-24 Vandy. Tanner splits the double team in the lane, gets down deep. Shot blocked by Yelovich. Taken out of there by Oway. Throws it ahead to Aberdeen. Fakes the 3 out of the left corner. Gets to the basket. Misses it. Gets his own rebound on the right block. Goes up. Shot is blocked. Rescued by Yelovich. He comes into the lane. Throws it out in the left corner to Oway. Oway going to elevate. Shoot a 3. Hit it for the left corner. It's 23 consecutive double-figure scoring games for Otega Oway. 47-27 Vanderbilt. Okereke passes right side to Bing. Whistle away from the ball. Contact on Chandler, matching up with Nickel, trying to deny him a path along the baseline. And Chandler is whistled for his second foul and the team's second. Tanner will play it in on the left baseline for Vanderbilt. Not quite 2 minutes into the second half. Becky hasn't made up any ground yet. Tanner floats it into the left corner to Okereke. Spun, fell down. Yelovich gets on the floor after it, and a whistle, and we can't see it because of what's blocking our vision, but they're going to call a foul on Yelovich. Can't tell you what happened because it's right in front of this table that's in front of us, but he and Okereke were wrestling down on the floor for the ball.
Well, I was looking at the monitor because we were blocked out. We have a monitor here, and what Yelovich did, I liked that he was going down on the floor, but instead of going for the ball, he just kind of jumped on the player.
Comes into Nickel, comes into the lane with a fall-away 10-footer that's short, no good, and Moreno snatches the rebound, gives it off to Oway. That was the third foul on Kentucky and the second on Yelovich. Oway, top of the circle, feeds Moreno on the roll, kicks it out to Chandler, fakes the 3, kicks to the right corner. Yelovich 3, no good. Backside rebound is tapped by Moreno into Oway's hands, and a foul on Okereke of Vanderbilt.
Tom, I like to deliver messages. I talk about that all the time. But when you're 7-footer and you catch it with your head under the basket, especially since one of their players dunked in your face before, you have to go up and try to tear the rim down. Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of the way Kentucky plays every now and then. Haven't seen that in a long time, which was great. But
Aberdeen left baseline to play it in for Kentucky. Gets it to Moreno. Feeds it right back to Aberdeen, who turns and hits it. Oway actually down low. Scored it. Good pass from Malachi Moreno. 6 straight for Kentucky, 47-29. Tanner guarded by Oway out front. Can't turn the corner on him. Throws it left side to Nickel. Feeds it to McLaughlin at the high post. Gives it right side to Tanner. Goes for the rim. A shot's blocked and a foul called on Otega Oway. And that will be his first of the game. It'll put Tanner at the line for 2 shots.
Well, Otega is just upset with the call. He got a lot of ball, but the follow through, he got him on the arm.
Yeah, he did block the ball, which is what he was contending. But when after the block, his hand continued down and hit him on the bicep.
Yeah, and Yelovich would have gotten called for the foul anyway.
Yeah, he even fouled him more clearly after the play. First on Otega, 4 on Kentucky. No good for Tanner.
Saved us 1 point.
Tanner's an 88% free throw shooter. His first miss in 5 tries tonight. Second one on the way. It's good. 48-29 Vanderbilt. 15 for Tanner. Tanner pressuring Aberdeen in backcourt, but Aberdeen gets it, works it up the floor. Aberdeen is standing in the midcourt circle, dribbles between his legs a couple of times, floats over to his left, calls for somebody to come out front. Across to Chandler, deep on the right. 10 seconds to shoot. Not much has happened yet for Kentucky. Chandler trying to drive down the right sideline, and his path blocked by McLaughlin, who's called for a foul. That's his second. That's 4 on Vanderbilt.
Just kind of taking Kentucky a long time to get into their offense. So what's happening is they are running into shot clock situations as that thing starts to wind down. just got to get into it a little bit faster. Some of that has to do with Tanner, though. He's very good defender.
Aberdeen passes right side to Chandler. Chandler pass to the corner to Yelovich. Yelovich out to Moreno. Gives it left side to Owe. Owe comes into the lane, changes direction, gets to the rim, misses the left-hand leaner. It's rebounded by McLaughlin. Throws it up into front court. It's intercepted by Chandler. Nice play. Chandler fires it over to Aberdeen. Left corner, Owe. Open three. No good. Somebody got a piece of that one.
Somebody got a piece of it.
And Vanderbilt's coming the other way. Nickel leads the break. Hooks it over his left shoulder to Okereke. Down deep. Couple of pump fakes. Can't shoot over Yelovich. Out to McLaughlin in the left corner. Comes out to Nickel on the wing, left side. One dribble, and he gives it out front to Tanner. 16:25 to play in the half. 48-29 Vanderbilt.
Boy, got to get some help here. Got to get some help.
8 seconds. Yelovich, you're working against Tanner. Tanner drives on it, right of the lane. Comes to a stop. Can't get the shot. Right side, Bing. Three ball is an air ball, and Yelovich lets it go out of bounds. And it'll be Kentucky's ball with 16:09 to play. They've had a little more success with what you talked about with switching on those ball screens, and ends up with a taller player on Tanner, and he's a little uncomfortable working against that size at only 6 feet tall. But
and it helps.
A lot more stops.
It helps when that shot clock is winding down also.
Chandler on the point for Kentucky. They've got Aberdeen in one corner, Owe in the other. Yelovich straight away three, no good. And the rebound by McLaughlin. And a pushed off Moreno to get it. Got away with it. Tanner down the right side of the lane. Kicks it out on the wing to Bing. Throws it out front to Nickel. And Malachi's got to fight back.
Yeah, I would push him also until he pushes me back.
Nickel driving right of the lane. Cut off out to the corner. McLaughlin three. Missed it. Rebound Okereke. Saves it out front to Bing. To Nickel. Three ball straight away. No good. Chandler with a long rebound.
Well, you got to start getting some baskets here.
Up to Aberdeen across to Yelovich. Catches and scores in one motion. At the rim. Good pass from Aberdeen.
Yeah, got to start getting some points out of these possessions while they're missing.
48-31 Vanderbilt. Almost 5 minutes gone in the second half. Owe guarding Tanner, who walks into front court. Works it to his left now. Yelovich switches off on him. Tanner crosses him over, steps back beyond the three-point line, and hits it.
Yeah, that's what I'm more worried about when you get one of those bigs switched out on that guy.
Moreno dribbles over to his left, looking to feed Owe does. Owe out deep on the left side. Owe works inside the arc.
Hey, Kentucky fans, Billy Rutledge here. I know you do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy
A Bongo Java from our coffee bar Brew to start your morning. Brew is in the main lobby. The Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt, just walking distance from the stadium. The game starts here.
It's game day, Vandy fans, and you don't want to miss a single play. Uber Eats brings your favorite foods right to your door. Wings, pizza, burgers, whatever you're craving, it's just a tap away. Download the Uber Eats app and use code GOVANDY to get $15 off your first order. Uber Eats, proud sponsor of The Doors. Let's eat.
Coming back after this, if we can legal off top, that'd be awesome. Mike's up.
In Nashville, Vanderbilt 72, Kentucky 48 with 3:23 to go at Memorial Gym. Before we continue, let's pause 10 seconds for a station ID. This is Commodore Basketball from Learfield.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike's up.
This has been some performance by Vanderbilt tonight, holding Kentucky to 48 points, 32% for the Wildcats, 5 of 21 from 3, 7 of 15 from the free throw stripe. Tim, free throws for Vanderbilt tonight, 20 out of 25. It's almost like you don't want to talk about free throw shooting too much. On the season, Vanderbilt 77%. To me, that's been almost a little bit of an underrated stat for Vanderbilt this year.
Well, and we've put games away at the free throw line, and that's one of the things that if you're a good free throw shooting team, not just one guy, but for the most part, every player on the team can shoot above 70, 75%. I mean, you're going to win a lot of basketball games because then you're in a situation where they just can't foul the point guard. You foul Jay Wash, he goes, to the line. You remember back at the Memphis game, in the overtime, Jay Wash went and I think he hit 6 free throws in the overtime of that game. So, we've got guys who can make free throws, and again, this has been just an unbelievable defensive performance by Vanderbilt tonight.
And how about Chandler Bing, the freshman? Has 9 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, but really has just been all over the place. He always plays good defense. Couple blocks, 1 steal. On a night where Vanderbilt was shorthanded, missing the scoring and playmaking and defense of Duke Miles, others have picked up the slack in a big way. Owe at the foul stripe, coming out of the timeout. Free throw's good. Owe, good again. Made his last 3. 72-50. Commodores have been content to use clock these last few possessions. Just bleed it away and get to the finish line and what would be a really fun win. As we come up on 3 minutes to play. Commodores by 22. Biggest advantage has been 28 a couple different times here in the second half.
Well, now you're down to below 10. This is going to be a
drive by Nickel. Jumps to a stop with the right. Nice. Drops it in. Nickel, a 2-point bucket in the paint. 74-50. Well, the ball is messed with coming out of the break, or coming out of the basket. All right, so now Nickel is 1 point away from 1,000 for his career. Let's see if we can get him one more bucket here. Under 3 minutes, 74-50. Johnson hooks a pass left corner. Chandler put up a 3, blocked by Nickel. He throws it off Chandler out of bounds, and Vanderbilt will get it.
That's a big-time defensive play right there. I thought he got fouled on the rebound, too. He'd been going to the line to get his 1,000th point.
Stoppage in play. Noah goes in for Kentucky to replace Owe. And you almost wonder for Kentucky if that's the last we see of Owe.
Yeah,
the margin being what it is.
I think they're going to take him out of the game. They don't want to get him hurt.
3-quarter court pressure for Kentucky. Bing arrives offensive court for Vanderbilt. Hands it off to Tanner. 2.5 minutes left. Tanner holds the ball in the center circle.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Kentucky fans already left here.
Yeah, the blue mist has started to leave. Nickel outside at the arc. Nickel spins in the paint, turns around, fade away for 1,000. Yes!
You got 1,000.
Tyler Nickel. 76-50. Up to 19 points. And 1,001 for his career. Pull up Aberdeen on the other end. Three ball no good. Rebounded James. Hangs on and saves it in.
Now you got Big Lev coming back in the game.
Under 2 minutes, Commodores by 26.
Going to be a long drive up I-65.
Yes, it will. What a fun night here at Memorial Gym. It's been a tough week here in the Music City. Tanner outside. Going to drive in against Noah with 5 with 4. Tanner to the left corner with 2 with 1. Nickel tries another 3. Not this time. Off the front rim, no good. Jasper Johnson. Commodores trying to get a takeaway at midcourt and a foul. They called on McLaughlin his third. Kentucky gets free throws, and Vanderbilt brings subs. It's Leverett going back in. Also Miles Keefe, Colson Messer, and Jalen Dean Vines. They replace Nickel and McLaughlin and Tanner.
Well, I tell you what, Kevin. 76-50. I thought we'd win the basketball game, but I didn't think it'd be by 26.
I don't know that even the most optimistic fans would have expected this kind of performance. It's been awesome. Aberdeen, or Micah Johnson, I should say, hits a free throw. Maybe this kind of performance, not necessarily this margin. This Kentucky team that had been red hot. Second free throw's good.
Well, and the defensive effort. That's the thing that, the way we played against Arkansas, I mean, Coach Byington had to get their attention defensively, and he did, I'm telling you.
76-52. Keefe goes to Bing. Bing moves in, goes to Keefe right side. 14 on the shot clock, puts up a contested 3. It's short. Rebound Kentucky. 1 minute left here in Nashville. Johnson. Bing got the takeaway at midcourt. Gonna drive and dunk. Wow. The icing on the cake. A Chandler Bing takeaway and slam. And a steal at the other end by Keefe. 78-52. What a night. Bing up top. Looks right. Plays left. Caught by Dean Vines. Against Chandler for Kentucky. Goes outside. Keefe. 10 on the shot clock. Final minute of play. Lobs it left corner. Bing for 3. No good. Airball. Leverett.
Oh, Lance! Coming back with another dunk.
Down and slam.
Lev, he's out there flexing now.
Gave him the head tap, too. Long 3. Johnson at the other end. Cans a 3 ball. 18 seconds left. Mark Byington says, let's run out the clock. The Commodore fans salute the effort of this team tonight. One of the performances of the season. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. The Commodores crush the Cats. Vanderbilt 80, Kentucky 55. The final at Memorial.
Boy, this was a prize fight. They'd have called it. I'm telling you, we just absolutely beat them down and then never let them get off the mat.
Vanderbilt led by 20 at the break. Close strong. Just fun plays across the board tonight. The slam by Chandler Bing really capped it off. He ends up in double figures. For all the performances, I'm not sure that young man wasn't the player of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, what he did tonight, I mean, he had a couple big threes, and I think he guarded extremely well. I mean, he's one of those guys that can guard multiple positions. So, again, this is a big win. I'm telling you. And the great thing about it is fans don't need to storm the court against Kentucky. We expect to win this game.
Vanderbilt on the season is 18-3, 5-3 in SEC play. Kentucky now also 5-3 in the conference. They go to 14-7. We got a whole bunch more to come as we get started on our postgame show, brought to you by the Holiday Inn Vanderbilt. Again, the final score, Vanderbilt 80, Kentucky 55. This is Commodore Basketball from Learfield.
Clear.
Mr. Commodore, better known as Mr. C by the Black and Gold. He commands the court, brings spirit to the Memorial Maniacs, and leads the team.
The only negative is that Kentucky was ranked 29th in the net, so they might drop outside and that might go to quad 2 because of how bad they beat them.
America's